So we're supposed to add up the minimum amount of terms to ensure an absolute error of less than 0.001. So we don't get in this course, we don't get too much into the exact way of calculating the absolute error. So I think the best way to do this question would just be to construct partial sums until the 6th decimal place isn't changing for you. Okay. I'll double check that to make sure it's going to work with noon. But n equals 1 just means plug in 1. And if you do that, in the numerator, you're going to have negative 17. So let me type that in. I'll just remember it's negative. Well, let's type it. And the denominator, 3 times 1 is 3. And 3 factorial means we do 3 times 2 times 1. So the denominator is 6. So this is our first term in our partial sum. Now we do n equals 2. So in the numerator, negative 1 squared is going to be positive. So this is positive 17. 3 times 2 is 6. So it's going to be 6, divide 6, divide 5, divide 4, divide 3, divide 2. So there's our next term. It's getting pretty small pretty fast because that numerator is a factorial. So we're to the third power, so we got negative 17 in the numerator. And then 3 times 3 is 9. So divide 9, divide 8, divide 7, divide 6, divide 5, divide 4, divide 3, divide 2, divide 1. Okay, we got a crazy small decimal here. That's negative 4.68 times 10 to the negative 5th power. So I think we're already there. If I add this, and then subtract this because it's negative. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's the 6th decimal place. Because luckily, the terms get so small so fast we don't have to do too many. So I missed something in the instructions. It said to add up the terms until the minimum amount, add up the minimum amount necessary terms. So this last term, let me go back to that. That was negative 17. I'll remember it's negative. Divide 9, divide 8, divide 8, divide 7, divide 6, divide 5, divide 4, divide 3, divide 2. So that's 4.6847 times 10 to the negative 5th. So let me move that decimal. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there's our decimal. Okay, it says absolute error of less than 0.001. This term affects first, second, third, fourth. This only starts impacting the 5th decimal place. So the minimum amount necessary would be just the first 2 terms. Okay, so I'm not sure if it get marked wrong, but the correct answer here to the 6th decimal place, because they're being specific about that minimum amount necessary, this would be the correct answer.